how would you like to increase your approachability by 25% and seduce anyone without saying a word? Imagine locking eyes across the room, feeling that instant spark, and turning a simple glance into an irresistible pull. In this video, I'm diving into the seductive power of psychological eye tricks and revealing 7 ways to show interest, attract attention, and build an erotic connection. No words required. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's jump into it today. Now, eye contact is a crucial aspect of erotic intelligence and dominant mastery because it can signal interest, establish trust, and influence perceptions in interpersonal interactions in a matter of moments. Eye contact is an instantaneous act of primal social cue that convey a ton of meaning in rapid silence. Confident eye contact can help you fake it till you make it, so to speak, with studies finding that confident eye contact, without staring or nervous avoidance, makes you appear more trustworthy and magnetic. Even your pupils can reveal engagement and romantic interest. But it's important to note that these techniques, as with all erotic communication strategies, audience awareness is so necessary because what can work in some cultures can feel aggressive or disrespectful in others. So it's always important to simply be mindful and respectful. Additionally, these are high-level seduction strategies where we're influencing the emotions and behaviors of another. This erotic influence, often referred to as inducement, is not the same as manipulation, although they may look similar to the untrained eye. You see, inducement is so effectively convincing a consenting and open-minded person of your perspective or agenda that they adopt that perspective or agenda. Manipulation, on the other hand, involves misusing information to control another person's perspective and violate their freedom by knowingly circumventing their will. What separates toxic manipulation from erotic influence? The integrity of the influencer, the motive of the influencer, and the consent of the listener. Any seduction strategies we discuss on this channel are always coming from that place of pure motivation. And with that foundation laid, the first erotic eye contact strategy involves the amount, and in this case, less is more. As I discussed a moment ago, too much eye contact is often interpreted as aggressive or disrespectful, which are the opposite emotions we want to ignite. Studies have shown that the ideal ratio is about 70% eye contact, but the key here is to use this 70% wisely at the end of your statement. Research from the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior in 2023 shows that holding eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds after a statement boosts perceived confidence by 30%, making you enticing and unforgettable. This can build anticipation by creating a push-pull dynamic, transforming a simple sentence into a seductive, confident moment that draws in the listener. And if you want to see me put these principles in action, check out my exclusive erotic eye contact training video on Patreon, where I walk you through these visual demonstrations of all the points we're discussing in this video. Just go over to patreon.com/LXerotica or follow the link in the description to start watching. You also want to use eye contact to anchor positive emotions. Research from the University of Miami in 2021 found that pairing eye contact with positive emotions like laughter or compliments increases oxytocin, the social bonding hormone, by 15%, quickly fostering trust and attraction. So, make eye contact when you're saying something positive and inspiring or complimenting the listener. When you do so, the listener will associate your presence with warmth and connection. And in romantic or erotic contexts, Prolonged eye contact during these emotional moments fosters intimacy, mimicking psychological arousal, such as increased heart rate and pupil dilation, like I mentioned earlier, indicating an intensely primal attraction that doesn't require words. Take a look at some of the most iconic fashion, beauty, and pinup photos, and you'll notice a glaring trend in the female models. And it's this trend that also serves as our next point. A 2022 study in evolutionary psychology revealed that upward glances through the eyelashes signal submissiveness and allure, increasing perceived attractiveness by 22% in social settings. Conversely, for you gentlemen, the lower lid flex is key, which is what we do when we squint or we're trying to read something far away. And you can see the result in almost every photo of People magazine's sexiest men alive. Biologically speaking, this also allows us to see more detail because our eyes are blocking out that bit of light. What does this indicate to your love interest? Not just attention, but focused attention. That you are really present and really trying to listen and understand them. And that is hot as fuck. Remember in the opener when I asked if you wanted to increase your approachability by 25% without even saying a word? Well, a 2020 study by the American Psychological Association shows that frequent glances signal interest and increase approachability by 25%, while avoiding eye contact can lower perceived engagement by up to 40%. So these frequent glances or eye darts suggest interest, while avoidance signals discomfort. But these eye darts are powerful. In fact, 70% of the time, this move sparks mutual interest, especially if their pupils are already dilated, which we've discussed is a primal attraction cue. But it's not just about frequency or duration of eye contact, but the energy carried in your gaze, especially as a dominant. That's why you want to master a soft, warm gaze with slow, deliberate eye contact, even if you don't consider yourself a soft dom. It's not about style. It's about disarming the emotions of a submissive or romantic partner. A Cornell University study in 2023 found that slow, deliberate eye contact, around 3 to 4 seconds, boosts charisma ratings by 35%, while shifty eyes reduce trust by up to 50%. This welcoming and warm gaze, accompanied by deliberate and controlled movements, enhances persuasion and charisma, key elements in seduction, where you can build a dominant yet safe presence, even in deep or revealing conversations. Additionally, steady, purposeful eye contact signals confidence and authority, which are attractive traits in dating, in contrast to quick, anxious, and shifty glances. And for demonstrations of all of these techniques, check out my erotic eye contact training video on Patreon, linked in this description. So, how would you like to command the room with almost 30% more intensity? A 2022 study from the Journal of Social Psychology found that organic eye movements during storytelling increase listener engagement by 28% as they indicate emotional authenticity. Eye movement reveals interest and engagement, and organic shifts during stories deepen connection and prevent a sense of forced intimacy. The goal of all of these strategies is to amplify emotional connection, and you will achieve this when the listener sees your raw emotions and real memories shine through. This isn't off-putting vulnerability dominance, it's magnetic attraction. Eye contact is so powerful at amplifying emotional connection that it can actually help you come across as a safer and trustworthy person by 20%. Yes, by mirroring the speaker's emotions as a listening strategy, your perceived threat level drops by a quarter, which is a superpower, especially for dominants vetting new submissives. So what does this mean for seduction? If all that deep, delicious, erotic intimacy begins with safety, being viewed as 20% safe without even opening your mouth is a huge asset and a massively positive start to any interaction. Research from the University of California in 2020 also shows that mirroring emotions with eye contact and expressions boosts rapport by 33%, activating mirror neurons for a deeper connection. Additionally, maintaining eye contact during the speaker's vulnerable moments signals trust and authenticity, which are essential for seduction. Eye contact is a powerful tool for enhancing erotic intelligence and seduction. And by using these strategies, you can build rapport and create a deeply erotic connection easier than you thought possible. But again, only if these strategies are approached with integrity and used to enhance connection, not exploit it. So check out my new erotic eye contact training video on Patreon for practical lessons on how to use these strategies to maximize your erotic connection, no matter where you fall on the kink spectrum. What other nonverbal seduction skills do you want to dive into next? Comment below and let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.